So imagine the air, a column of air. Okay, so imagine you're looking up from the ground up to the sky. If that whole column of air is at or below 32 degrees, whatever precipitation falls is going to be snow. It can't, it's a snowflake. It falls to the surface as snowflake. But what we're going to see with this system is we're going to see about 5,000 feet off the ground. There's going to be a warm layer. Great graphic that we got here. So that orange area is the warm nose. That temperature could be just barely above freezing, like 33, 34, 35, but it melts that snowflake. And once the snowflake melts, it can't reform back into a snowflake. So it either falls as freezing rain, and that's just rain, liquid rain that freezes on contact at the surface. So the surface is below freezing. So if that rain falls in the trees and the temperature is 30 degrees, it starts to accrue on the trees, the branches, power lines, and that's freezing rain. Sometimes that layer of warm air is shallow, maybe just a couple hundred feet where it's above freezing. So that snowflake melts and then refreezes into what we call these sleet pellets. And this is little tiny balls of sleet. It looks like a BB basically. And those are sleet pellets. And that sleet, if we get sleet, I always say sleet kills everything. So if you get snow and then it turns to sleet, it's really going to just kill those snowfall amounts because it compacts the snow on the ground. And it also keeps us from having snowfall and those bigger totals. So it's all about the warm air above us, the warm nose that we call it. And where that sets up. And Evan, that is dependent on how this low pressure tracks. If it tracks a little bit off the coast, then we're all in colder air. But if it tracks inland, that warm, moist air from the Atlantic gets pushed into the Piedmont, the foothills, and the mountains, and that's where all the craziness starts.